Hey y'all, welcome back to my live show. I'm super excited today to talk about Monday, honey. So, today I want to talk about how to make money faster. This is for entrepreneurs who are service providers, coaches, consultants, or if someone who's looking to start a coaching or consulting business. So, if you don't know me, my name is Shanta Prince. I work with coaches and I help them to basically build their personal brands, and then I help them create their high ticket offers. Well, even if it's a low ticket offers, I create offers every day, all day. So high ticket offers, low ticket offers. Um, but my main goal is high ticket offers because I'm really passionate about helping my clients make money, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But I love helping my clients design offers that fit their personalities, that line up with their gifts, and they are able to make money and feel fulfilled and able to walk out their purpose by just being who they are, right? I teach them how to build a brand being who they are and make money by being who they are. So when you make money, what we're going to talk about, you don't have to be anything that you're not, right? That's the beautiful thing about what I do is I get to help people make money by just being who they are. They don't have to add anything else. They don't have to be anything different, just themselves. So what I want to talk about today, we're going to go into some things that are going to help you to make money faster in your business. The other thing that I focus on with my clients is, in addition to helping them to build their personal brands and helping them to create their offers, I also teach them how to sell it. So I talk about sales, marketing, online business, and all of the things around being successful online. Why? Because I love empowering people to be able to make money right from home. Hey, beautiful lady. The beautiful thing is you can make money right from your own home. Like you can sit in your living room or your office or wherever you want to sit at in your home and make money from your computer. And so that's what I'm passionate about. As a matter of fact, I love when my clients make money. Like I love it. And then when they're not, I'm encouraging them on on how to make money. And so, as a matter of fact, I just had a conversation with one of my clients a few days ago, and she's like, we were talking about her, her business and things like that. And I was telling her, I'm like, listen, you don't have to sit around and wait to make money. Like you can make money right now. As when you are ready, let me know because I can help you to get straight down to business so you can make money. You guys, I get so like y'all, when you're passionate about what you do, like you are really serious about this thing, whatever it is that you do, you get passionate about your people. When you see the people who you're called to, when you see them struggling, that does something to you on the inside. When I see people struggling to make money and they're being held back because of certain beliefs that they have in place and because they just don't know what to do to be able to get that money in the door, that breaks my heart. It really does break my heart because there's money everywhere, y'all. Like the money is out here, right? We just have to know how to put the systems together, how to put the offers together to bring that money in. We've got the gifts, we've got the talents. We just need to know how to put those offers together. So the reason why I wanted to talk about how to make money faster is because I see so many people struggling on a regular basis to make money. But the main thing that they're struggling with is not their ability, it's not that they can't do the things that they're saying they can do. It's none of that. The biggest thing that's holding people back is that they think they need stuff that they actually don't need. Okay. So that's my first point about how to make money faster is number one, cut out all the things that don't make money, right? This is for my ladies and my I have a few gents too who diligently have supported my business for a very long time. So my ladies and my gents who you're in your business is in the early stages, okay? When you're in the early stages, you got to get income in the door. So you're going to do things a little bit differently. So what the way that I teach with my clients when they're just starting is I teach them how to make money quickly coming out of the gate, right? But then once that money comes in, then you can start doing all the other things. But when you're just starting, the number one goal is get some income, get some revenue, and it's very possible. But the thing is, so many people are stuck because they're like, oh, I'm working on my website, and you're working on your website in 3 months. You can have $30,000 in your bank account in 3 months, but you're stuck working on a website, and the website itself won't make you money. Okay, so there's a difference between income generating actions, right, and just actions that can wait. Okay, time sucking actions. Because in the beginning, if it's not making you money, it's a time suck. It's sucking your time away, the time that you could be using to make money. Okay, ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. I happen to be very gifted with technology. I can build websites, I can build funnels, I write copy. I can even do I say a little bit of coding, but I do some, some coding as well, because when I build websites, I do a little coding to go along with that. So because of that, a lot of times I got caught up in stuff that wasn't making me money. And as a result, I struggled for a long time because I was doing all the things, but I feel like I worked this week. I feel, oh, I did a lot this week, but none of the stuff that I did made me any money, right? So at the end of the week, I'm struggling because I'm like, I didn't make any money this week. Why? Because I spent hours working on my website. And then when I built the website itself didn't make me any money. Okay. The website will your website is not going it's not going to immediately add to your bottom line. Your website is something that can wait, right? I'm just using this as an example, but it could be anything for anybody, because everybody has something. Not everybody, but most of the people that I talk to, my ideal clients, you are caught up in things that aren't making you money and is keeping you stuck, and you're frustrated. And because you're doing all the things throughout the week, you feel like you did a lot, and you feel tired because you're doing a lot of things. This is why so many people burn out. Amen, Natasha. This is why so many people burn out, because you're doing so much and you're not getting a return on it. And now you're exhausted and you don't have anything to show for it. And you burned out, and then you're ready to throw the business away. Right? You guys, you do not need a website to start making money. That website can wait, right? But for you, it could be something different. For some people, they come out and they invest in someone to do their marketing right away. And that's another thing, that if you're investing in someone to do your posting for you, the post itself doesn't make money, because you could have somebody behind the scenes posting for you, but the posting itself won't bring you any money, right? So it's really something to think about. When you get ready to engage in something, ask yourself, what return am I getting on this? Because it's going to be different for each level of business. So at one point you may be like, okay, my first thing is I need to make money. That's in the beginning stages. You got to get some income in the door, because you can't have a business if you don't have income. So the first goal is, okay, I need to make some money. And for some people, it could be a different strategy for different people. For some people, you may start out taking a few one-on-one clients, because one-on-one clients are going to pay you more, right? So you may start out saying, okay, I'm going to get 2 one-on-one clients. They're going to pay me $2,500 a month because I'm working with them closely. And then that's if you get 2 one-on-one clients paying you $2,500 a month, that's $5,000 a month that you've got coming in, right? And so then you can say, okay, now I got some clients coming in. Now let me go and get somebody to help me with, with my stuff that's going on, with my systems behind the scenes. Then you may say, okay, now I want to get somebody to help me to set more appointments, or whatever the thing is. But the first goal is, let's get you some income in the door, and then you can invest and pay other people to do those things for you. See, my issue was, because I'm so technical, I always got caught up in those things, and I would spend hours doing stuff that wasn't making me money. And I still have to fight to not go go down that path. So I got to the point where I'm like, okay, now let me start outsourcing some of this stuff, right? But I still enjoy building funnels. I still enjoy those things. I just don't actually. I have been considering open up a few opportunities for clients, current and past clients, to do some of those agency type services. Some of the things that I enjoy doing. But the main reason why I don't do it is because I don't like the pressure of working with somebody in that capacity. My clients, because I know them and I know their personalities, I'm more willing to do those kinds of things for them, right? So this is an example. Let's say one of my clients, she's got some income coming in the door. Now she's like, okay, I need to get my website up now, or I need to get my funnel together now, or whatever it is that she's ready to do for that next level, right? Once she's got that income in the door, she can pay someone and get those things up and running, right? So, um, and so those are the things that you can put on the back burner, and you could focus on, getting that money up, getting that income up from the start, right out of the gate. So this is why the first thing that I do with my clients is I help them to create an offer. I help them to create something to sell so they can make money right away. I do not like when my clients are in my program and they're not making money. I don't like that at all. You guys, like, I am, and sometimes, I have to be honest with them, right? My clients, they're investing with me, and I owe it to them to be honest. So if I feel like they're playing small, then I'll let them know, hey, look, you can go bigger, you can do better than this. You can charge more money. You should charge this, you should do that. Let's get you into this, let's get you into that. Because that's why they're investing, right? They don't want somebody to just go along with everything that they're doing, if they're playing small, right? I know for me, I don't invest to have somebody going along with everything that I'm doing. Call me out, right? If I'm playing small, call me out, please do, because that's why I'm investing, right? I'm investing for the push. I'm investing to be stretched. And so when it comes to cutting out things that don't make money, right? For real, Natasha, I've talked about having that broke brand. You really can't have a broke brand. So when I talk about cutting out everything that's unnecessary when you're first starting out, the way that you figure that out is, okay, is this thing going to help me to get income? If it's not, don't worry about it right now, okay? And I'm talking about the websites. I'm talking about paying somebody to do your marketing. If they don't know how to close a sale, that's not something that's going to make you money right away, right? Yeah, it's going to build your brand presence and things like that, and that takes time. And I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. But if the person is only posting for you and they don't know how to close a sale, that's not something that's going to bring you money right away, right? So you can cut that out. I promise you, if you cut out the stuff that's not adding to your bottom line and focus on the things that do, you're going to see amazing success in your business. You're going to see groundbreaking success because you're putting your effort into the things that are adding to your bottom line. Okay. So, number one, cut out the things that don't make you any money. Okay. Number two, the second way to make money faster is to start with people who you already know. Now, let me explain that. When you start your services and you start selling to people who already know you, you don't have to work so hard to build up trust, okay? I've been saying this for a long time, that connection is the new currency, meaning being connected with people is a powerful way to make money. And I believe being connected to people beats every single marketing strategy that's out there. It beats artificial intelligence. It beats any strategy, because there's nothing like knowing the person that you're investing with and liking them and trusting them, being connected to them in a way that makes you want to pull that card out and invest with them. We invest with people we know, like, and trust, right? So it takes time to build up trust with new people who are coming into your audience, right? So this is why when I work with my clients, the strategy that I usually do with most of my clients is I help them start out with people who they already know. Why do I do that? Because if they're already, let's say you've got 1,000 people connected to you on Facebook, that's 1,000 possibilities of sales that you can close, right? Now, of course, we know that all 1,000 of your connections won't be your ideal clients, but guess what? A lot of them will know your next client. And so when you start with people, there are two ways to do that. You have your direct connections, and some people who are connected to you on your social media platforms who already know you are your ideal clients. Okay? So you have your direct connections, and then you have your indirect connections, because sometimes you're connected with people who aren't your ideal client, but they know your ideal client, and they can refer, make a referral. So it starts out with you asking for the referral, right? So you're going to ask for sales, but you're also going to ask people for referrals. Hey, do you know anybody who needs this service? Listen, people are by nature, most people are willing to connect you with someone who they think needs your service. If you ask, if you just reach out and say, "Hey, do you know anybody who can use?" Let's say you build websites. Hey, do you know anybody who needs a website? Right? And then people will tell you, "Hey, you know what? My cousin just started her hair salon, and I know she's looking for a website. Let me connect you two together." Right? Listen, one of my clients did this, and she had so many referrals that she couldn't even keep up with them. She made a post. We put the post together. She posted it on her personal profile, and for days the referrals were coming in. The referrals were coming in for her for days after that post. And that right there is amazing. When you've got people that's constantly coming, "Hey, I know this person. Hey, I know this person." And she ended up closing several sales from that post. Okay. But she asked her audience, "Hey, do you know someone who needs this?" So you can start with people that who already know you, right? And then you tap into your network's network, right? So you've got your network, but you also have your network's network. Okay. And so if you have people who you're connected with, ask them, "Hey, do you know anybody who needs this?" And watch how many people come forward and help you. It's easy to think, "Oh, everybody's hating on me." And listen, some people are hating on you. Can we just be real, right? Some people are hating on you, and that's just the truth. But there are more people who are rooting for you than hating on you. Okay. And it's easy because usually, like, our attention goes to the haters, right? Because that's where, negativity can be like a magnet sometimes, and we only see the haters. But I promise you, you've got more people supporting you and rooting for you than hating on you. And if you just ask people, ask them for the referral, ask them, do they know anyone? You'll be surprised at how many sales you can close from a referral. And this is why I say you've got two ways to tap into the people who you already know. Number one is because the people who you already know, you don't have to work so hard to build up trust with them because they already know you and trust you. Okay. And then the second thing is when someone goes and tells someone else about your services, that works instantly to build trust, right? Because we work by word of mouth, right? If Natasha goes to a restaurant and she says, "Oh, the food is so good," guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the restaurant because Natasha said the food was good, so I trust her and I believe her. That's how referrals work. And so when someone sends you a referral, you do not have to work hard to build up trust with them because they were referred to you, right? And they're gonna go off of whatever their friend said or whatever their loved one said about you, and you get instant credibility, right? So with that, when you start with people you know, it's easier to close the sale. Now, that's just starting out of the gate, right? When you come out of the gate, you're just trying to get your first, let's say you're trying to get your first three clients. Three paying clients can and will change the game for a lot of people. Okay. So if you're trying to get your first three clients, I promise you, your first three clients are already connected to you in some way, whether it's direct or indirect. Your first three clients are connected to you right now on social media. I stand by that 1000%. You just have to know how to reel them in and close the sale. Okay. And that's why I'm saying if it's something, listen, if I had a choice between paying for a website, see, when I told you, like, when I first started, that's all I did. I did all the behind the scenes stuff. If I could go back and change what I did, I would start out getting some clients first, and then I would do my website. And the reason why is because working on the behind the scenes stuff kept me behind the scenes. It kept me from getting in front of my clients. Now, here's the thing. It's one thing to invest in something, but my thing is, ask yourself this, right? How is that thing going to benefit you if you're not able to close a sale? So, for example, let's say one of the things that I teach inside of my program is I teach my clients how to get visible, how to get booked on other people's platforms, how to show up on other people's podcasts and things like that. But I also teach them how to close the sale. So when they do get booked on someone's podcast, they know how to close a sale from someone who found them from that podcast, right? So in essence, you have to think about what is the return, right? Now, what good is it if I focus really hard on growing my audience but never close a sale? Okay. Now, some things you can learn simultaneously. You can learn how to build your audience and close a sale, simultaneously. But what I'm saying to you is the ultimate goal for business is to be able to close the sale. Okay. And so if I had to choose what to invest in, I would learn how to sell first, because I believe that sales is the number one skill that's lacking in the coaching space. It's the number one skill that's lacking in the coaching space. A lot of these people that you see, they look great, but they do not know how to close a sale. They do not have enough paying clients. They're not making enough money. They're struggling. Okay. And the reason why they're struggling is because they've invested in things that did not make them money, and they did not take the time to learn the skill to sell. They did not take time to learn how to sell. Creating content and things like that, that's all of those things are great. But at the end of the day, can you close the sale? Okay. And this is why inside of my program, I teach my clients how to close a sale, whether they're closing a sale during a launch or whether they're closing a sale in the DMs. One of my clients closed a sale at the store. She went to the store to buy some stuff for her office, and she closed the sale on on the spot in the store, right? This is what I'm talking about, right? You got to know how to close a sale. You got to know how to talk about what you do. You got to know how to talk about your program. And y'all, when I say this, I'm really passionate about what I'm talking about. But when I say this, y'all, a lot of people cannot articulate what they do. You would think that, as a person who sells a service, you're able to explain what the service is. A lot of people cannot do that. And it's okay. The thing is, you may just need to get a little bit of help, right? Now, listen, I help people to articulate their services. I help them write the copy. I help them to map it all out. I help them to be able to articulate their services, their programs, and also exactly what it is that they do. But I help them to articulate it in a way that's attractive. So when they say this is what I do, if someone hears that and they need that service, they're going to say, "Oh, I need to get with her," right? That's what you want. You want people to hear what you do and say, "Oh, I need to work with her. I need to get with her," right? That's the impact that you want to have. And so when I help my clients to do this, I do it from their ideal client's perspective, right? And my clients understand that at the end of the day, the message has to make sense to them, not necessarily. Listen, sometimes we like the little cute slogans and the little cute phrases and things like that, and those are all good. But clarity is better than being cute, right? So you want your messaging to be clear because clarity is attractive, and when the messaging is clear, it draws in the right people. And so if you cannot articulate what you do, that's a problem, because people are going to the people that you're called to work with are going to skip over you because they don't know that they need your services because you're not able to articulate it properly. Thank you, Natasha. So the thing is, when you're closing a sale, you got to be able to close a sale anywhere. If you meet somebody at a coffee shop, you need to know how to close a sale, right? If somebody reaches out to you in the DMs, you need to know how to close that sale, right? If you're selling on camera, you need to be able to close a sale. And I teach all of this inside of my program because I want my clients to be able to make money. That is my number one goal. So when I work with clients, the first thing we do is we create them an offer to sell. And then before we even get down into teaching, it's more of like one of my clients, Natasha says, I forget, she said something like, "I feel like you're the coach and I'm running a place." Because when Natasha closed, this is so interesting. I have two clients that did 9 sales in a very short period of time. Natasha is one of them. But So the thing is, the way that we were able to get those sales closed is because it wasn't me like doing a lot of teaching, right? Because that's different. When I'm teaching, I'm showing you how to do things. When I'm just giving you the direction, is just do this, do that, right? I'll explain the reason behind it later. But for now, the first thing is let's get you some income in the door. Okay, so go do this, go do that, get this done, do this, and then I'm helping them to navigate through the conversations, right? That's like the beginning stages, right? And then later on, once you get that income, later on, now I'm going to explain you the reason why, right? Why did I have you do it this way? Why did I have you do it that way? Y'all, I'm so strategic. Like everything is strategic. So if I have a client that says, "Okay, I want to do this," my strategy for them may be different from the strategy that I give to another person who's trying to do the same thing, right? Based on who they are and what they're trying to do. So if my client says, "Oh, I want to do this," so for example, I'll give you an idea of one of the strategies that I gave to one of my clients. She's ready to make some money, so I'm like, okay, well let's focus on selling your VIP day. So let's sell your VIP day because she's like, I need to get that income in the door, and we have those moments where we need a quick cash injection, right? She's like, I need to get some money, some income going, and I'm like, okay, let's sell your VIP day. And what you can do is start with people you know, right? Because that's easy because you don't have to build up that trust, right? After you start with people you know, you got to put some work in to build your audience and grow and things like that. And we're going to talk about that. But sell this VIP day, reach out to people, offer your VIP day. And if the VIP day is not right for them, you could downsell them into a workshop because she also wanted to offer a workshop. So that was the strategy. Start with selling the VIP day, and then you could downsell people in the workshop. And so the reason why I gave her this strategy is because she said, I need to make some good income like right away, right? So my strategy was, if you sell a $97 workshop, you're going to need, at least a thousand people. I mean, at least 10 people to make $1,000. Okay. Actually 11. But if you're selling a $97 workshop, you need, 11 people technically to make $1,000. Listen, in our minds, for some reason, we feel like it's easier to sell a $97 workshop. It's not easier, right? We think because the price is lower that it's easier. It's not necessarily easier, but it does kind of lower the bar for who's coming in. So let me give you an example of that. When I started raising my prices, my sales started going down. And here's why. If you sell a $97 workshop, the amount of people who can afford that is like this, right? I'm just using this as an example. Let's say this is the amount of people who can afford that $97 workshop, right? When you start raising your prices, and let's say you're selling a $3,000 VIP day, the amount of people who qualify for that starts to shrink, right? And so at first for me, I started panicking as I started raising my prices. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting the sales I used to. But it didn't dawn on me that, wait a minute, that's because the gap is getting smaller. But it's okay because when you're selling higher ticket, you don't need as many sales. Let's say your workshop is $97. Let's just pretend that $97 is $100. Okay, so we'll say $100. And let's say you're looking to make $4,500, right? You would need 45 people. You would need to sell that workshop to 45 people to make $4,500. Okay. But let's say you got a VIP day that's $4,500, right? You only need to sell one VIP day to make $4,500. Now, the thing is, here's the thing. For some reason, our minds think, oh, I can go find 45 people to pay, because we think because it's lower price, it's easier. Let me tell you, it's easier to find one person to pay you $4,500 than to find 45 people to pay you 100. Okay. Hopefully that was a mindset shift for somebody. It's easier to find one person to pay you a high ticket than it is to find a lot more people to pay you a lower ticket. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about. Like when I'm talking about like getting in the door, exactly, Natasha. I love that. Work smarter, not harder. When you're working on getting money in the door, when you cut out everything that's not essential, you focus in on the things that are going to make you money. I promise it is a game changer. You don't need a fancy website. You don't need a fancy business plan. You don't need to pay somebody to post for you. You know, these things can wait until later. Okay? They can wait. So you're not spending your money or your time investing in things that aren't giving you a return, okay? So we talked about cutting out things that aren't necessary, and then we talked about starting with people you know, whether they are a direct connection or an indirect connection, and then finally focus on these two things: content and conversations. Content and conversations. This is why I say content and conversations, because your content can drive sales. If you leverage your content the right way, your content can bring you more sales. I get people who message me all the time because they're like, oh, that post you made really resonated with me. You know what? Your video that you did, I watched it and it really resonates with me. What kind of programs do you have? How can I work with you? Your content can drive your sales. Your content can drive conversations. Here's why I say conversations, because selling is really a conversation. That's really, if I had to simply if I had to explain what selling is in the simplest terms, I would say that selling is having a conversation, right? Because when you're selling something, you're really talking to the person to find out, first of all, can you help them? Do they need what, do they need what you offer? And then making them an offer. So if you're having conversations on a regular basis, you're going to close more sales. Whether those conversations are in person or via Zoom or in the direct messages, having a conversation with someone leads to sales. So your content can drive your sales, but your conversations, or what some people may call conversations and consultations lead to clients. Hands down. If you don't have a website, if you don't have a fancy funnel, that's another thing that you don't need, starting out. Funnels are great. I actually build funnels. Funnels are amazing. And that's a whole different strategy. We could talk about funnels on another day. But funnels are a way that you can get some income in the door quickly as well. But if you don't have a fancy website, you don't have a fancy funnel, you don't have a business plan, you don't have someone paying for your marketing. Remember when I said connection is the new currency? Conversations that's how you build connection. And when you build connection with people, it doesn't feel sleazy, because you're helping someone who is connected to you, and you took the time to understand their situation. You took the time to figure out, well, can I really help this person? You're not spamming people, right? Because we get a lot of those spam messages all the time where people didn't even take the time to look at our profile. I had some lady message me and she was like, oh, I love your content. And I'm like, but she doesn't even follow me. She's not even following me. So that's how I immediately knew, okay, this is not authentic, because this lady doesn't even follow me, but she's like, oh, I love your content, right? It just didn't feel authentic at all. But if you are building an authentic relationship with people, that's not spam and it's not sleazy. You're taking the time to get to know the person, to understand if you can help them or not. Okay? That's selling with elegance. And when you sell with elegance, you can sleep well at night. Okay? You can sleep well at night. And it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. When I work with my clients, I teach them on like selling through serving. How to serve people and then sell. But that's the strategy, is you serve first, okay? Because we want to invoke the power of reciprocity. And the power of reciprocity is you give something and before you get something, okay? This is a biblical principle. but it's so powerful for business, right? It's so powerful. Through the scriptures, we see so many different scriptures about giving, right? Giving and receiving, reaping and sowing, and things like that, right? And so, and so when I work with my clients, I teach them how to sell by serving. Because when you serve first, you literally earn your right to ask for the sale. You earn your right to sell. And that way doesn't feel sleazy at all. It actually feels quite elegant when you serve people and then you make them an offer. You sell, you serve before you sell. Okay? You serve before you sell. And it's a very powerful strategy. And it works. And so if you focus on creating content and having conversations, it's going to be a game changer. Let me explain why, okay? The reason why, yes, oh, I love that. Serve your way to sales. Here's the thing. Some people who are connected to you, you're going to have people who are what we call in market, okay? A person who's in market is a person who needs a solution right now and they will pay you today. The way that you sell to an in-market buyer is you reach out to them. And you say, hey, so-and-so, I remember you wanted to work on your whatever. I've got 2 spots open on my calendar for VIP days to help you do blah, 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 blah. Are you interested in hearing more? Are you interested in getting a spot, right? That person who is in market, they're ready to buy right now. There are some things that I'm in market for right now that I'm ready to buy right now. Okay. If the right person hits my DMs with the right the right language, I will probably buy today. Guess what? You have a lot of people like that right now at this very moment. You have people right now who need a solution, who need your solution right now. But the only way you're going to find that out is by reaching out and connecting with them. Okay. Those are your in market buyers. They will buy today. On the other hand, you have a lot of people who are connected to you who they need a little bit more time. They need a little bit more encouraging. They need to see you in action a little bit more before they buy. And I've had people like that. I have people who they've been through my launches 3 or 4 times and then they finally buy. And you guys, my launches are 9 days long. When I launch, I teach for 9 days straight. So think about this. Like if you hang out with me for 9 days straight where I teach for at least an hour, you guys, I get on here with y'all every week. And even though I try so hard not to go long, I end up going so long anyway. But when I teach in my launches, you guys, people tell me that my launches are better than the courses that they paid for. That's how much value I give. But imagine somebody hanging out with me for 9 days, 9 days straight on multiple different occasions, and they're still not ready to buy. But come the 4th time, the 3rd time or the 4th time, now they're ready. This is what I mean by this is why I encourage my clients to create content on a regular basis. Why? Because some of your buyers need that. Some of your buyers need a little bit more before they'll be willing to invest with you, right? So your content is to nurture your audience and to stay in front of those buyers who need a little bit more. They need a little bit more time. They need a little bit more trust, or maybe it's just not financially right for them at this moment. But them seeing your content on a regular basis keeps you at the front of their mind. So when they're ready, they're going to think about you. Your content is so important and it's so powerful because it gives people the opportunity to see you and to get a feel for your style, right? You could literally create a piece of content and sell. Every time you create your weekly content, you can make an offer every week if you want to. But your content can drive your sales. And this is why I say focus on those 2 things, content and conversations, because your content can directly impact your income. So just to do a quick summary, we talked about how to make money faster, right? How to get that income in the door faster. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this today is because so many people are waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And you can make money right now without a website, without a fancy sales page, without a business plan, so that you can make money this week. Wait, what's today? Thursday? By Monday, you could have a couple of sales, a few sales if you work at it. So we talked about number one, cutting out things that don't make money. Cut out anything that's unnecessary, meaning that's not making you money. Number two, we talked about making sure you're starting with people you already know. When you start with people you already know, you can get that income in the door quickly and you don't have to work to build up trust with people you already know. Okay. But once you start with your audience, the audience that you have, right, you got to focus on growing that audience so you can get some more sales. But starting out, you can start with people that you know and close some sales right away. You probably have anywhere between 3 to 5 clients who are connected to you right now. Okay. The other thing is, finally, we talked about focusing on two things: content and conversations. Okay. So these are some things that you can do to make money faster so that you're not stuck in some holding pattern. You're not stuck being what I call an information hoarder, right? Taking in all the information but never implementing, but you're actually in action on a regular basis and you're making money. Don't sit around and wait for these things that I talked about before you get in action and before you start making money. A website does not make you worthy. Okay. Having a fancy funnel does not make you worthy. Having a fancy sales page does not make you worthy. Having 35 certifications does not make you worthy. You're already worthy. When God created you, He packed the worth inside of you, packed the value inside of you. You're already worthy, right? And so some people do these things because they don't feel ready yet. They don't, it's like a mind trick. You keep going and you keep doing these things because you feel like those things are going to make you ready. Oh, I need a website. Oh, I need this certification. Oh, I need a business plan. I need this, I need that, I need that. And deep down inside, you're doing those things because you don't feel ready yet. You don't feel worthy. But I'm telling you, you are worthy and you're ready right now. So don't let those things, don't hide behind those things. Come out of the starting block, right? When I used to run track, we used to practice coming out of the starting block, right? Because we wanted to come out the starting block as fast as we possibly could. That's what you got to do when it comes to growing your business. You got to come out of the starting gate and get that income in the door, and then you can start focusing on all those other things. But the number one goal is to get some money in the door. Thank you so much, Natasha. You do such great recaps. And amen to being ready and worthy. Amen to that, y'all. So, y'all, listen. So, very soon I will be talking to you about my next workshop that's coming up. I just talked about how when I do my workshops, they're 9 days long. I do have another one coming up very soon, and I'll be talking to you about that as early as this weekend. So, I'll be sending out the link and everything for you to get signed up, especially if you are one of my repeat workshoppers. I love y'all because every time I do something, you're right. You come through. You're right there. So if you're one of my people who've been through my boot camps or my workshops before, you're welcome to come back and join me again. But I'll be putting that information out very soon. As always, thank y'all so much for hanging out. Thank you for those of you who come back and watch the replays. I'll see y'all back here next week at the same time in the same place. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon.